All right, guys, went back today with one of the most impressive first focal plane LPVOs and definitely one of the most unique looking first focal plane LPVOs I've ever had out to the channel under $250. This is the brand new Monstrum Tactical Archangel 1-6 first focal plane, and the MSRP on this guy is $229, but you know how we do. We've negotiated with Monstrum Tactical on your behalf to get you a 20% off discount code, dropping the price to about $185-ish, give or take, depending on the sales going on right now. But that 20% off is massive. So that gets you sub $200 for this new LPVO. Now we're going to talk about the specs and features of this LPVO, why it looks like this, how it performed down at the range, and whether I would recommend it for certain setups or not. But this thing, spoiler alert, is absolutely awesome, especially for the price point. I also want to give a huge shout out to AAC for sending over the ammo to help make this video and a ton of others. I've been running thousands of rounds of the AAC through a ton of setups, mostly their standard 5.56 55 grain, but we started running their black tip 62 grain, and this stuff is a tack driver. Definitely love the new Saber lineup of ammo in that AAC line. Again, a huge thanks to AAC. Now, back into the review. Now, this one comes with the mount included, already attached to the optic itself, so there's no need for other mounts, and it puts it at the perfect offset for a flat top AR. The other cool thing is it's got a pick mount integrated into the optic itself, perfect for piggybacking red dots, which is another nice feature that's very innovative because it's truly affixed to the mount, machined in, rather than a scope cap that can be slightly off, so you know everything is going to be true to the optic. The other cool thing about this optic is it's got a more robust housing than a traditional tube, protecting it from more aggressive beatdowns in the field, which is a nice touch on this optic. Now, granted, it does give it a more unique look, which I feel like you either love or hate, or maybe you're indifferent about it. I kind of like it, but I can see how the look may be a little bit unique and different, but it is definitely more robust. With that, though, you get more weight than a traditional LPVO, so you have to weigh the costs of weight versus protectiveness of the housing itself. I kind of like it. I don't mind a little bit of extra weight, especially with that integrated machined-in pick mount for that offset red dot. The turrets themselves are also capped. They are very nice turrets out of the box. You can feel audible and tactile clicks, and they're done very nicely, and they give you every info that you need on the turrets for those adjustments. And the caps themselves are very premium. It doesn't feel like a cheap cap. And again, We are talking about an optic that is going to be sub $200 after my discount code. It also has an illuminated reticle, and as you can see in the intro, it's actually fairly daytime bright, which is insane for a first focal plane LPVO, especially at the 1 power setting. This also has an integrated throw lever right here that sticks further back than just out the top, and it stays out of the way, so it's not overly large. And it also has an adjustable diopter, and those are the basic specs and features of this optic. Now, I said it's a 1:6 first focal plane. Now, what does that mean? First focal plane means as you zoom in and out, the reticle gets larger and smaller and really transforms into a different reticle from the 1 to the 6. And this one is utilizing my absolute favorite reticle system that Monstrum has ever come out with, the Morpheus Mill. It's a circle crosshair reticle system at the 1 power setting. And as you can see in the intro, when you zoom in, that circle disappears and reveals a nice Christmas tree style reticle that gives you all the information you need for bullet drop compensation for a wide variety of calibers, as well as windage and leader lines. So a great and a well executed reticle on this setup, which is truly effective at both the 1 power setting and the 6 power setting. The only other reticles that are competing with this, in my opinion, are some of the ones in the top tier Vortex line and some of the top tier Primary Arms line and some of the top tier EOTech lines, which are all $1,000 optics and above. Monstrum just killed it with this reticle. Now, speaking of the reticle, it's very visible and usable at the 1 power setting, but not only that, the 1 power is truly 1 power with amazing glass clarity, and you can have both eyes open and use this as a red dot down at the range and engage your targets and work out great. If you feel like just normally keeping on a higher power zoom level like the 6, 5, or even 4, it still works great with that Christmas tree style reticle, so you can understand drops for bullets for different ranges. And the cool thing is you can piggyback a red dot, keep this to the 6 power setting for long distance shot, exclusively use the red dot for close-up shooting, and then drop your eyes down a touch and utilize the 6 to 5 to 4 power for distance shots. So very versatile optic, and it's really a jack of all trades optic. For me personally, I'll probably never use the dot on the top simply because the 1 power is so good at close-up shooting. I'm really blown away, especially at the glass clarity as well as the reticle selection on this Morpheus Mill. Now, this one actually features a very premium ED glass, and it's got a multi-layer coating on it that just helps with light transmission, and it's super clear. The eye box and eye relief is phenomenal. I have been trying other $600 and $700 LPVOs that have worse eye boxes than this. I don't see how they're doing it at this price point, but they are doing really good. Overall, it's just a really nice optic for the money, and on top of all of that, it's got a lifetime warranty, so if you do have issues, Monstrum Tactical stands behind it. In summary, this is a solid, beastly option for a really good, durable optic. Super clear glass, great reticle selection, great illumination, and great price point. Its cons: it's big, it's beefy, it's heavy. So you have to weigh those variations, but for me personally, I can completely ignore the weight and looks of this optic because of its versatility and mainly really the glass quality and reticle selection at the sub $200 price point. I'm going to say it, there's not a single LPVO better than this, more versatile than this, sub $190 after my discount code, but that is my humble opinion. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, whether you like it or not. All of the information, discounts, and linking will be in the description below. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.